Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chloe and I sell things online to earn a living, or at least I attempt to. Today's video is going to be a sales video. I haven't done one in a little while and they seem to be really popular. Like, they're my most popular videos that I do. The only reason I don't do them very often is because of how long it takes to edit them, and I am a lazy editor. But I thought I'd do one today. So we will jump straight into it. If you've not watched one of these videos before, I'm going to disappear into the corner in one of those little squares and you will see the item that I'm talking about on the screen. I will let you know what I paid for it, how long it took to sell roughly. I don't know exactly on some of the items, and obviously what it sold for, which you'll see on the screen anyway. And I will also let you know whether it was a promoted listing or whether it wasn't. So we are going to jump straight into it. First up is this sterling silver moonstone ring. I was really lucky and got gifted a whole bunch of silver rings by a family friend, and they have just sold really well. It's made me desperate to try and find a source for like silver jewellery. I make my own jewellery, but I want to find a regular contact so that I can get sterling silver jewellery, because I have loved selling it and it sold really well. This, like I said, didn't cost me a penny and it sold for £33.99, which I think was an offer to watchers. Wasn't promoted, and yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the next one. Next one is another ring again from the same person, sterling silver again. This one didn't have a stone in the middle, it was just glass, but it was gorgeous, like purple and green, really pretty. This one sold for £20. All these rings have probably been on since, I want to say, maybe the end of August, something like that, and I've sold quite a lot of them. I'm just going to have a sip. Sold quite a lot of them so far, but I still have a nice chunk left, but I'll be devastated when they're gone. Next up is, oh, it's another ring. I'm going to continue, I'm not going to skip it, but it's another ring. See how well they're selling for me. This one sold for £21.24, which at the minute when I'm sending out offers to watchers, I'm doing it in bulk and I'm just doing 15%, like a flat 15% off everything. Unless I'm feeling super generous, sometimes I'll squeeze that to 20. At the minute, I'm just doing 15%. So when you see these like random numbers, it's because of the offer that I've sent out. £21.24 for that one. Again, listed maximum since the end of August, but some of them I only listed about a month ago, and I couldn't tell you which is which, to be honest. Next up, we got a piece of clothing. This is by Masai, or Masai Clothing Company, is what the older labels will say. This is a short sleeve cardigan, but it's like poppers and it's really nice, like long line. It's green as well, and like, oh, it's just such a beautiful colour. It cost me £5.99, however it hung around for the longest time. I can't even remember, but it was a long time. I want to say at least a year that's been hanging around. Like, I was getting very close to sending that to auction. It sold for £21.24 again. It was another offer to watcher. Then we got another item that's been hanging around for a long time, which is why I took a low offer. This is a white stuff cardigan, £3.95 it cost me. I am looking at the computer screen. Sorry if that's really irritating, but it's the only way I'm getting this information. It sold for £9 on offer. I think it was listed for £12.99 and someone sent me a £9 offer, but like I say, it's been listed for over a year, so £3.95 into £9 is not brilliant, but it's better than redonating. Next up is a really nice sale actually. These are Turnbull and Asa. I think I'm saying that right. Usually you only see the shirts. I've never ever found a Turnbull and Asa shirt, never. But these are like a moleskin trouser. They're really nice. The quality was gorgeous. I spent £5 on these pair of trousers. They're in the women's section, funnily enough, and they sold for £79.99. However, they used the 10% off promoted 10% off coupon promotion, so that would have taken like £8 off it. So just over £70 these have sold for, and those ones did sell on promoted listings. They had a lot of interest for quite a while, but nobody bit, and then someone just bought it outright, like without me saying. I've sent out loads of offers and someone just bought it outright. Okay, next up is this autograph 100% cashmere cardigan. I rarely find cashmere. Like, so many people find cashmere all the time. I reckon it's just my area is not, it's not a cashmere popular area. Cashmere is too spenny for the people that live around me. It was so soft. It cost me £4. £4 for a cashmere cardigan. Like, there was no shrinkage, nothing, no holes, in beautiful condition. £4. And it sold really quickly, like less than a week, for £28. I'm not sure whether that £28 was an offer to watchers or whether they offered it to me. I think I had it listed for £35, but I was like, well, to get £28 that quickly, like that quicker turnaround, I'm going to take it. Next up is another brand that I've not picked up before. This is Alice and Olivia. It's a mini skirt, like a woven mini skirt. It was bought from Thrift Plus, so it was like a bundle price of like £3.11. I kind of, whenever I buy from Thrift Plus, which isn't that often anymore, just because I've been able to go out sourcing and I enjoy that more. Thrift Plus was great over the summer holidays when I couldn't get out, but now I can get out. I'd rather get out. It is still great though. I still really rate it. I know a lot of people don't. I really do. Whenever I buy from them, I average out the cost of item. Like, if I've bought 10 items and it came to £100, then it's going to be £10 an item, regardless as to whether one of those items was 50 quid. I just do it that way. It's just easier. It's easier for my little brain to math that way. So it's £3.11 and it went for 45 quid. These are actually, I wrote down how long they've been listed, which was really organised of me at the time. I listed these on the 28th of July. So it took a little while to sell, but £45 from £3.11, like, I'm happy with that. Next up is a pair of Dorothy Perkins boots. These sold for £11 and 4p. They were new without tags. I got gifted them by a family member, which is why I was more than happy to take a low offer on those. And they sold via promoted listings, and they didn't stick around too long, to be honest, a couple of months. Next up, this went really quickly. This is a 2 blouse. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know that I can't help but pick up a printed 2 blouse. They used to sell really well for me. I remember the first one I bought that kind of like triggered me to buy more. It was a pheasant one, a teal pheasant one. You might know which one I'm talking about. And back then, it sold for nearly £20 for a pre-owned Sainsbury's blouse. My mind was blown, and ever since then, I was like, I've got to check them, I've got to buy them. If they're cheap, I'm going to buy them. Now, they're not worth that much at all, but for some reason, my little heart can't stop being drawn to them, and I keep buying them. This one cost me £3 and it only sold for a tenner, so it wasn't really worth it. It did sell super quickly though. It's green with little grey elephants on it. It was really nice, in a size 16, and it sold in like less than a week. And yeah, it went for £10. Next up is another ring. This one sold for £25. There's not really much to say about the rings. Like I said, I got them for free, and every ring that you see will be around about August that it was listed. This one, I know this one was a bit later. I can remember listing this one a bit later, but they've taken a few months to sell, which I think is really good because they take up no space, so I don't mind hanging on to them. That's gone for £25. And then we've got another ring. This one was really cool. It's like a bone band ring, like quite thin, but it's like bones. It's really cool. This was a size Z1/2 as well, so it was a men's size. I mean, it doesn't have to be a men's size, but more common of a men's size, and it was sold to a man. It went for £15. Took a little bit of a lower offer on that because it's not got as much silver on it, so it's quite a thin band. And like I say, I got them for free, so I'm not gonna, I'm just letting them go. Next up is a Barber glasses case. This cost me £2.95 and it's gone for £15. It took a little while to go, not forever, but it was listed at least 6 months ago. Didn't go on, oh no it did, it went on promoted listing, sorry, I read that wrong. And then next up, this was amazing. This reminded me of when I was younger so much. Like, this whole like a blue moons and stars thing was huge when I was little. This is a candlestick holder, holds 3 candles. It's got a moon, a star, a sun on it, and it's in that like bright blue. And it went for £26, and it went super quickly. I think I paid £4.50 for it. And I was like, in and ahhing, because I don't like selling stuff like that anymore. I prefer clothing and littles, because I just can't be bothered to pack it, I'll be honest. But I'm happy with it. It went for 26 quid, so, and Chris packed it, so even better. Next up is this COS skirt. Now this was weird. This was like a skirt slash trousers. It looked like a skirt, but it had like, basically, you think of like trousers where like the legs go like that. It had that like sewn in, but then it was joined with fabric at the bottom to make it look like a skirt. It was really weird, really weird. It was really difficult to try and describe it, but it went for £23.50, and I think it was a Thrift Plus. I know I bought it from Thrift Plus. It took about 6 months at least to sell, maybe a bit longer, because I just couldn't describe it or photograph it very well at all. It was a mistake buy, but it cost me about 4 quid, no more than 4 quid. Oh, this is beautiful. This was really beautiful, and I should have held out for a bit more money, but I think I was having really low sales around this time. This sold on the beginning of November, which we are now. No, it was delivered on the beginning of November. It sold on Halloween, and those few days I think I was really struggling with sales. It's a Gant jumper, really chunky knit Gant jumper, really nice. It sold for £22, and I paid £6 for it. I know that I could have got close to 30. I listed it for 30, but they were back and forth. They sent me a £15 offer first, and they were back and forth, and I was like, well, realistically, it's still profit, so let's just get it out the door. These are Chelsea Piers pyjamas. These sold super quickly once I actually listed them. They sold with a 20% off coupon though, so they didn't sell for very much at all. I bought them for £5, not noticing that they had a little flaw. The little tassels, like the drawstring tassels around the waist, they had started to fray. I didn't realise that when I picked them up. Probably wouldn't have, well, definitely wouldn't have picked them up. They sold for £15, but with a 20% off coupon, so £12. And when I paid like £5 for them, not brilliant, but at least they're gone. They were super cute though. They had Christmas decorations, like Christmas baubles all over them. Really adorable. Next up is a piece of white stuff. I don't pick up white stuff really anymore unless it is a knit. I find white stuff knits just seem to do really well, because they've got really nice content in them. They usually have some wool, some alpaca, and sometimes some cashmere. This one had alpaca in it. It was a really pale pink, and it had gold embroidered stars on it. It was like really Christmassy and beautiful. I paid £4.50 for it, and it's gone for £18. It went really quickly, so I'm more than happy with that. Oh, this next item I was so in love with, and it took ages to sell. Funnily enough, this sold after I'd started tweaking my listings. When I went to eBay Open, I found out how to optimise listings a bit better than what I was doing. I edited the photo, removed the background, and messed about with the listing. I've been trying to do at least like 10 a day on that, but I'm not doing very well, I won't lie. This was a Y2K 90s Topshop, and the label was old. Topshop velvet midi dress. No, maxi dress. It was in like a dark navy blue. It was velvet. It was like a slip maxi, that kind of style that's really popular at the minute. I paid £3 for it, and it's gone for $34.99. It was on a 20% off coupon. I had a hefty coupon on at that point because, like I said, sales were not very good at the end of October. So a 20% off coupon is £7 off that, so £28. It also sold on promoted listings, but I'm not working that out right now. Next up is a St. Michael skirt. This is a vintage St. Michael, but it was dead stock. It still had tags on. It was weird. It was like bark textured, like, you know, like bark of a tree, and it was brown as well. It went for £16.99. It took ages to sell. I should never have picked it up, but it went for £16.99, and I paid £2, so, but it did take too long to sell, definitely. I'll just do a few more. We've got these mint velvet leggings, animal print leggings. They cost me £2.50 and they went for £13. When I was picking these up, this was an experiment, and it was to see if I priced them low enough and I like didn't spend that much money on them, could I get a quick flip from it? The answer is no. I cannot get a quick flip from it. The quality of the pictures is not good. I was very close. They were very close on the edit these photos list, but they sold before. Next, oh, they sold promoted listing as well. Next up, another mint velvet. This cost me £3. This was a mint velvet long line shirt, but it was asymmetrical. It was really nice cut actually. It sold for 15 again. Oh, I say again, the last one didn't sell for 15. It sold for £15. It cost me £3 and it was listed for quite a while. I'm falling out of love with mint velvet, I won't lie. I think a lot of people are. It's not fetching the prices it used to, and it's sitting around for ages. So yeah, I'm definitely falling out of love with it. Right, we'll do this one. This will be our last one. This was actually, somebody ordered 2 items from me. I never get that. I never get like somebody buying multiple things. I only ever get them buying one thing, and then I get like the little green repeat buyer thing. But I never get them actually buying more than one item at once. She bought a white stuff jumper. Again, it was merino wool and cotton white stuff. And she bought, which that cost me £2. And then she bought a Save the Queen dress. Save the Queen I've never found before. It was the first time I found it. It cost me £5. And the bundle of those two together, so it cost me £7 for the pair, went for £79.98. However, she did use the 20% off coupon that I had running, which would bring that down to £16 off. Oh, she got a steal. Woo! She got a steal. Yeah, £16 off, £80. My little brain, £64. £64. And it sold on promoted listings. So yeah, it was, that really brought the whole thing down. But I was really happy to buy Save the Queen, and I was really happy to sell more than one item to a customer, because it's, I don't know, I like doing that. It's nice to just put them in one parcel and off they go. And it's nice knowing that people are looking at your shop rather than just randomly picking out listings, because you know if someone's bought like a dress and a jumper from you, they are buying from your, like, via your shop. So I'm guessing she found one thing and then went onto the shop to see what else I had, and I like that. It gives me a warm fuzzy feeling. I think that's nice, because I put a lot of effort into my shop front to make it look good, and knowing that someone's gone into my shop, just, it makes me happy. So I'm going to finish it there. I know this time I didn't break it down into costs like I did last time, and I know a lot of people said that they really liked that. I didn't do that today because it just takes so long. But if you do prefer it, where I take out all the fees, I work it out and I tell you exactly how much profit I make from this item. If you would prefer me to do that rather than just here's what I paid, here's what it sold for, let me know in the comments. I will be willing to do that. It takes a lot more time, so I thought today I'll try it without and just get a bit of feedback. If you prefer me to work out all the fees, I use an online eBay fee calculator. If you prefer me to do that, so you get the proper nitty-gritty, let me know, and next video I'll be sure to do it. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my little channel out. And if this is your first time watching my videos and you think, actually, they're alright, might watch that again, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.